Welcome in. This is my funnel strategy video for Callaway Golf. Callaway is a golf company, and I will be highlighting their presence on Instagram. It is their most popular platform that they are on. They have 1 million followers on Instagram. And moving on, they're a golf company based out of Carlsbad, California, and on Instagram they have 3,444 posts. And they average between 1 and 3 posts per day. Now they have 1 million followers, like I mentioned earlier. And for example, on their latest post, they got 3,160 likes and 53 comments. Now, an interesting thing that I like about their Instagram is that they have personalized slides. Now, obviously, they have more than I could include on here, but they have different slides for their Epic collection, which are their new clubs with new technology, their hashtag Team Callaway hashtag, which includes all of their athletes using their gear, promoting their gear, using it in tournaments. They have Xander Schauffele, who is one of their golfers and athletes who won a gold medal at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. So they've got a lot of slides with him showcasing what he uses. They've got the Apex 21 hybrids, which are a new golf club that they introduced this year. And this is something that they've just started using, and they're really pushing this, and they really want to make this one of their key components of their brand, as well as the Apex 2021 hybrid. This is also something that they've really been advertising, really going with hard, and they really like this club. A lot of their guys on tour on the PGA and Korn Ferry Tour use this. So they've made sure to really promote these 3 clubs, the Speed 21 Apex Hybrid and Apex Irons. Now, if you go down this way and if you click on this little arrow, which obviously you can't because, it's a screenshot, but they have their athletes, and they have John Rahm, they have Kevin Na. And if you go down this way, they also have Phil Mickelson and a lot more of their athletes. And they're really showing what these athletes are using, what they like to use, and how they're playing on tour. Now, their conversion point. And when does somebody become a Callaway customer? Callaway brands themselves as one of the best in golf, and they brand themselves as very forward-thinking and innovative. Now, a customer becomes a customer once they engage and buy a product from the brand. Callaway's process for customers how they get to that point is very deep, and really it seems like somebody would become a customer as soon as they buy something, but it's not that simple. It's a lot deeper. So moving on, let's get into the funnel and how Callaway's marketing is successful and how they cater to a way that works for them. First off is their awareness. Now, Callaway consistently produces and showcases their new marketing and products through ads, and that includes magazines like Golf Digest, through social media, specifically Instagram, through all these other things. And a lot of these include obviously their products, but also their athletes. Here you've got one with Xander Schauffele and the Epic Speed drivers and some of their golf balls that I talked about a little bit earlier. But they've become very notable in the golf community and become one of the biggest producers and gear providers on the PGA Tour. And that's because of the athletes they have and the athletes they've gotten on board who like and use their gear, and how they've promoted those athletes using that. So they've become very successful using their athletes to their advantage and advertising. For example, if you play golf, most people know what Callaway is. Moving on to interesting consideration. If a customer is considering buying from Callaway and they visit the site, they're offered to join the Callaway email list, which then leads to them potentially opening a loyalty account. They don't have to buy anything to join it. They simply just can join the email list, loyalty account, and if they wanted to, they could never use it again, but they have the option to. And they also have their club selector tool on their homepage, which can assist customers and golfers in picking clubs that work for them, that really fit their game. So that's something that really can pique the interest of golfers when they are first getting onto the page. Now, the evaluation intent part, Callaway attempts to let their product speak for itself. They have plenty of different options in driver head and club heads, with different lies and lofts, plenty of different shafts and grips, which are all a little different and cater to different aspects of golf and different strengths and weaknesses that said golfer might have. So when customers are looking at clubs, they have a wide variety of options. Like I said, each club is catered to a different strength of a player's game, and they have tons of variety, and the option of variety is a big selling point. The max distance and forgiveness of a club is something that Callaway has really built a brand off of. It's something that's made them popular. And that's something that for them has really, really made them one of the biggest players and producers in the golf world, because they have a product that can be specified for golfers, but also it gives everybody an advantage. The conversion point. This for them is when somebody signs up for a club, is when somebody signs up for the club fitting, the newsletter, and buys something. And all of this, not as much signing up for the newsletter, but they can do it at any point, but that's getting somebody engaged. And when they sign up for a club fitting, they're going out, getting fitted for clubs, seeing what works for them. And then, of course, when they buy something, they have become a customer. Now, when they become a customer, Callaway does do a lot of things to get them to be repeat customers, but we'll get into that on the next slide. And here, they're immediately eligible for loyalty points when they buy a product, and they automatically get them. So for every $1 a customer spends, they get a loyalty point, and that later becomes a loyalty reward. And they are also offered chances to go to events and promotional opportunities with the company through the newsletter. This is a screenshot of the newsletter down here. They have some new selectors and some articles about clubs. And then they have something with Kevin Na. They have an article about him. And then on some other ones, they do have events and promotional things that they are hosting. And now the loyalty and advocacy. At this point, customers, they've gotten their clubs, they like them, and they've earned loyalty points for their purchases. They are then rewarded with discounts and offers on future purchases, enticing them to come back and be a repeat customer when they need something. So down here, you can see this is how they can get loyalty points. Obviously, if you buy a product, buy through an authorized retailer, trade in a product, you can sign up for the newsletter and attend a local Callaway demo day, which is just an example of how clubs are being used. These are all ways to get points, and that either entices somebody to buy something or it gets them to come back as a repeat customer. And in conclusion, with a large base of athletes and popularity, Callaway has carved out a place in golf as one of the best brands for golfers of all abilities, and the funnel strategy, in my opinion, has worked. They're one of the most followed and used golf companies on the market, and they've really used their athletes to their advantage as well as their marketing strategies.